Hey folks, this is John Piniel, the John Piniel Show. Another beautiful day on the South Hill of Spokane. Okay, welcome back. This is part two on how to become a dynamic human being, on how to think outside of the box. I did a talk on that beginning yesterday. Okay, so, this is a perennial problem that we have as human beings. We get in a rut, and there are various reasons why we do that. The main reason is that we want to be comfortable. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be comfortable, but if you become excessively fond of it, then you're going to get in a rut. You want to kind of maintain a healthy, dynamic balance between being comfortable and challenging yourself. That's what it's all about, and there are various ways you can do that to maintain that balance. Speaking from personal experience, I've been in ruts back in the past. Thinking out, I was inside the box. So how did I get myself out of a box? Thinking outside of a box. Well, on occasion, I would, let's just say for instance, I was brought up in a certain dogmatic tradition within a certain religion when I was growing up, and when I was getting older, on into my teens and in my 20s, I would all of a sudden there would be a big doubt that would pop into my head and say, that's not true. I mean, just out of nowhere, out of the blue. Well, that doubt is your intuition. People think that doubt is bad. Actual doubt is actually a big goad to drive you more into self-growth. Now, doubt can be over abused. Don't get me wrong. There can be excessive doubt where you get to the point where you get into a debunker mode where you doubt everything, which is really silly and stupid. You don't want to do that. But there is a healthy doubt. So I would get these doubts, that would cast aspersions on the certain things that I believed in when I was growing up. Everybody gets those, and when you get that out of the blue, rest assured that that is your intuition that's jostling you, trying to wake you up. And it may be that it's that the thing that you're believing in so tenaciously that is not altogether wrong. It just needs refining, or maybe it is altogether wrong. That's your journey to figure out. But people get scared when they get these doubts. So they think that they're sinning, or they get into some sort of complex over it. But if it comes out of the blue, just like that, and if it feels like some sort of, almost like an inner conviction that just wells up inside of you, then that's your intuition. And the key is, when that happens, do not squelch it. That's a big mistake, to squelch that. You want to be open. I say, oh, okay, there's a doubt. Now, why is it, why is this, why am I getting a doubt? And be curious about why you're getting a doubt. And so if you're open, if you're curious, and if you're grounded, meaning that you're grounded into what, you want to be grounded into who you really are. You don't want to doubt who you are. So if you're grounded inside yourself, but yet you're getting these doubts about things that you've always assumed to be true, just out of the blue, and it feels like kind of like a gentle nudge, like a gentle inward conviction that's trying to get through to you. You got to be open to that, because that's your intuition that's pushing you and jostling you to greater growth, insight, so that it gets you out thinking outside the box. So you want to nurture your curiosity. you want to be fascinated by these doubts when it comes on you like this. You want to say, "Wow, that's curious. That's exciting." So be excited about it. Don't be scared. Scared. If you're scared of it and you push it, guarantee you it's gonna get you more in a quagmire of more, and then it gets you really stagnant. So that's the key. Be curious, be open, be fascinated, and be willing to go on an inner journey and pursuing these doubts. And when you do that, it puts you in situations where you see things in a different light. It changes your perspective. Your perspective starts to change. You start seeing things differently. And when that happens, don't be scared. Embrace that, and you'll be surprised where it takes you. So that's how you get outside of the box. How you get out of that quagmire. Luckily, we all have an intuition. The intuition is that pipeline towards God, to God, basically. And God is the source of all truth. So God's trying to get through to you through your spirit, through your intuition. And if you don't believe in God, certainly you must believe in a thing called intuition. So at least believe in that. And I'm sure many who do not believe in God at least believe in a thing called intuition. A sort of an inner knowing, a sort of inner guidance of sorts. At least believe in that and see where it takes you. Which I'm sure many who do not believe in God do certainly believe in an intuition. So that's how you strengthen your intuition too. Your intuition originates from your back brain. Your back brain is basically an instrument of which brings in the intuitional information from the divine into your consciousness. Your frontal brain is your intellectual center, where basically you interpret data and reality through rationality, if that makes any sense. But your intuition is greater. It's a greater thing than your intellect, because it connects you to truth. Okay, so remember, do not fear when that happens. When you get that gentle nudge, and you know what I'm talking about. It's like it's this sort of gentle inward conviction, for lack of a better way of putting it. It's this inward voice, and you know it's your voice, but don't pretend that it isn't. That's a grave mistake. You know it. You immediately embrace it, and be curious, and be excited about where it can take you. So I hope this helps. This will definitely make you into a more dynamic, more in the moment, more in the flow human being, more connected to life, to God, to your intuition. All right, folks, I hope this helped you. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you a wonderful day. Shalom and namaste.